What's up guys, Pete Dohan here. I'm another installment of Ball Reviews. Thanks for tuning into my channel. If you can, take the time to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that bell for more notifications on future ball reviews. Today we're going to look at the brand new release that's coming out here pretty soon in July, the Infinite Physix. And today I'm going to compare that ball for the Infinite Physix to the Proton Physix. I have an original Physix. We're also going to throw shots with the Dark Code because those two core, even though they're even strength, the cover is the same. Now the Infinite Physix has the 4000 without polish, but my Dark Code is the 1500 with polish. It's not one of the new ones where it has the 4K fast. I'm also going to throw some shots with my altered reality, and last but not least, we're going to throw some shots with the Rubicon UC2, another pearl asymmetrical ball, so you can see the difference in how the strengths of those balls. Now, what do I think about the Infinite Physix after throwing it here for this ball review? This is basically out of the box, so it is 4000. I didn't want to scuff it up yet to change it in this video. I just wanted to compare to these balls to see how evenly strength and how different the covers are. Usually in my videos I do like to change the surface of the balls, but like I said, this one is right out of the box, so I wanted to see what it does. This Proton Physix in this video, I hit it by hand with 1500. I hit the regular Physix with 1500 as well. The Dark Code is the 1500 with 2000 polish, but it has a lot of games on it. This is my second one. The Dark Code is a weaker drilling, as a 5-inch pin, which is the same as this Infinite Physix. And then the Proton Physix has a pin length of 4 5/8. The UC2 is a 4-inch pin. My Alter Reality is, I believe, is about a 4.5-inch pin. And then the regular Physix is about 4 1/4. All right, so what did I think about this ball? Well, I was very excited about this ball to come out, having this strong of a cover with no polish compared to the Dark Code, which has the polish. All right, so what reaction did I get out there? The ball looked to me like it wanted to be earlier, but with the 4000 grit surface on it, it does give me that length. The 5-inch pin is giving me the length, but in the mid lane, it was just, as you can see from my shots, we'll go here in a few minutes. It was had a little slight under over from the house shot that I'm bowling on here at Pin Chasers Veterans. So in the future with this ball, I am gonna hit it with probably 2000, just to get it to read a little bit earlier, give it a little more teeth compared to the smooth 4000 that's on it. I need to have the balls roll in the mid lane. I like how they're clean through the fronts, but like I said, that mid lane reaction, how it revs up, that's what I'm looking for. Even with the pearls, I really like how they're not putting the polish on the pearls. The polish really gives me a lot of over-under, and I really have to adjust the surface a lot on them, especially like on this Dark Code, which has been my second one. I really have had to hit it with 2000 over time to get really into the polish that the factory puts on it, to really get into the cover, so I can get that reaction that I really enjoy. All right, without further ado, let's get out there and see what this ball does.
The Proton is one of my favorites to throw. With my lower rev rate, I need a strong core and NAX solid cover to cut through the higher volumes of oil on house shots and the shorter sport shots. Even though the core and cover combo are on the higher side, you can see by my shots with the 1500 grit surface, it does just that. Clean through the fronts and reads the mid lane and is continuous off the dry to the pocket. The Infinite Physix with the REX Pearl cover stock with the out-of-box surface, the core and cover are strong, but it has more length than the Proton. It is also smoother off the dry than both the Proton and the original Physix. The Infinite Physix is slightly quicker off the dry when comparing it to the Storm Nova. Both the Proton and the original Physix are drilled with stronger layouts. The VLS layouts on each ball are as follows: Proton 4 5/8 by 3 by 2 3/4, Infinite Physix 5 by 4 1/2 by 2 3/4, and the original Physix 4 1/8 by 5 by 2. It doesn't matter what cover Storm puts on the Physix core, it always matches my game well.
All right, after seeing some of the shots with the Infinite Physix, let me know in the comments what you think about this ball, or maybe some suggestions that I should do for the surface to get it to pick up in the mid lane the way I want. All right, so where does this ball fit in my arsenal? Well, we drilled it with a 5-inch pin. I'm trying something a little new with the asymmetricals. I'm gonna drill the balls with more of a 5-inch pin instead of 4.5. In the past, I've drilled a lot of the strong asyms with 4.5-inch pins. So now we're gonna work on drilling some with 5-inch pins. We've been on the PBA 50 tour, and at the beginning of the year, the lanes, I had a lot of problem with my ball not hooking down lane. So we drilled some stuff that was a little bit stronger, 4-inch pins. Well, the last few events, everything started hooking a little bit earlier. So as you saw from my the Zen Soul video, we drilled a Zen and a Zen Soul with a 4-inch pin. Then those are symmetrical balls. Well, with the stronger asyms, we're trying to experiment here with a little more with 5-inch pins to see if I can get a little more length and get through the heads a little bit better, but also have that mid lane reaction and continuation off the dry to get it to the pocket. All right, now you've seen some shots with the Infinite, the Proton, and the regular Physix. Here comes some shots with the Dark Code, the Altered Reality, and the UC2. Enjoy.
The VLS layout on the Dark Code is 4 5/8 by 5 1/8 by 2 5/8. The cover on the Dark Code with the 2000 grit gives the ball a cleaner reaction through the front and more length than the Infinite Physix. It is also quicker off the end of the pattern. I use this ball a lot during the first swing of the PBA 50 tour. With the Altered Reality, I have not used it much in my travels on the PBA 50 tour, but wanted to feature it in this video. The dual angle layout we used is 35 by 4 3/4 by 45. I have not switched it over to VLS yet. This ball is also clean through the fronts and is continuous off the dry. It's stronger than my Dark Code, and once I find the right grit surface for the Infinite, it seems to go longer than the Infinite. The last ball is a new Rubicon UC2 and is drilled with a VLS layout of 4 by 4.5 by 2.5. It is the weakest of all the balls featured in this video. Even with the stronger pin placement, it gets down the lane cleanest and is quicker off the dry.
All right, now as you can see after all those shots, that the Dark Code and the UC2 are going to be the two balls that give me the most length and the most snap down lane, where the Proton and the regular Physix are going to be earlier in the mid lane than those two. Okay, well, that's all I have for this ball review on the brand new Infinite Physix. You can take time to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notification on future ball reviews. Next up, the Idle Cosmos.